Hey guys, so I just wanted to explain a few things about the epilepsy warnings that I've been putting on my videos. The recent two videos that I did, the last two videos, they were demo videos. I put the epilepsy warnings on there. Basically, they're just there to tell people who have epilepsy to watch the video at their own risk or just close out. Because fireworks in general can be pretty risky. One of the most riskiest fireworks that can be potentially dangerous for people with epilepsy is flashing strobes. This is flashing strobe by Top Gun Fireworks, but there's a whole bunch of different brands that make these things. And actually, the first video that I did epilepsy warning, coincidentally, was jumbo strobe. They're like 5 times bigger than these things, and they're 4 different colors. Those were a pretty big risk for people with epilepsy, so I definitely put that one on there. Then I did some rockets. They kind of flickered and flashed a little bit, but they're not a huge risk, but I put it on there anyways because, you never know what happens with fireworks. Epilepsy is pretty unpredictable. I don't know a whole lot about epilepsy, but I just want to be aware of it and let people know that my channel is not safe for people who have epilepsy, specifically because my main focus is fireworks, and most of them are pretty flashy. Firecrackers, you can find any brand making these things. Bottle rockets, these ones are whistling moon travelers. Bottle rockets can be a big risk because specifically the moon travelers, the whistling ones, because whistling sounds actually can trigger epilepsy, seizures. Loud sounds in general can trigger seizures. I used to know someone who in school who had epilepsy. He had a seizure from the fire alarm going off, and one time he actually even got a seizure from the overhead projector. It kind of made a flash of light when the teacher moved his hand over the screen. So that triggered it. Didn't even know that was what it was at the time. I just thought it was some weird, crazy thing that just happened out of nowhere. Of course, I didn't even know that epilepsy existed back then. But yeah, cakes, 200 gram, 350 gram, 500 gram cakes, all can be a pretty big risk, especially crackling. Strobe cakes, strobe stars, flashing strobes, fountains, little cone fountains, and regular 200, 500 gram cake or fountains can be a big risk too. Anything with loud whistling noises or crackling or booms, but that's pretty much every firework that makes a noise can be a risk for epilepsy. So, because photosensitive epilepsy isn't always just flashing lights, it can be sound too. So now the big reason why I'm doing all of this is because recently some guy, I'm gonna leave him anonymous. He wants to be anonymous. Let's just name him John. So John recently came across one of my videos. I think it was the echo in the ear cancer shell video that I did a while back from Winda. And he watched a video thinking it would just be a regular, firework video that, most canister shells might not even be that dangerous. It's mostly just the crackling ones or the strobing ones that are pretty dangerous. So yeah, John basically came across that video, gave himself a seizure because he watched a video with the strobing canister shell. And so yeah, he commented about it. I apologized to him, and I told him I'd make it up to him, and this is how I'm doing it. I'm making these seizure warnings, epilepsy warnings, and basically just bringing out more awareness for epilepsy. If you saw my thumbnail, I put a purple ribbon on the thumbnail. That's basically the whole symbol for epilepsy awareness. Most fireworks, daytime wise, like smoke bombs, firecrackers, spinners, like the little bees, I've got a whole bunch of those. Rockets might be a risk, especially the nighttime ones, but most daytime rockets, like parachutes are definitely safe. Salutes are a big risk because they make a big bright flash of white light, and especially salute cakes can be pretty dangerous because it's multiple of those. One might not be as risky, but it's still a pretty big bright flash of light, so yeah. But yeah, that's the whole reason I put these things on my videos, the epilepsy warnings, and I'm going to continue doing that because it helps keep those people from giving themselves seizures and stuff like that. Yeah, even a cannon fuse, just lighting a 2-foot strip of cannon fuse, it makes a flickering light at night. It can be risky, especially if you're watching a video of it up close. It can make a flickering light. That's all piled up in there, I can't really get it out, but yeah, cannon fuse can be risky, especially the fuse that's on canister shells and ball shells. It's very violent, the fuse is very violent, so it flickers quite a bit. Yeah, that's all I really had to say. I do actually, in the future, if I ever do make a brand of my own, like a consumer fireworks brand, make cakes, rockets, and stuff like that, and sell them in consumer stands and stuff like that. I could make fireworks that are specifically themed for epilepsy awareness, like a violet purple smoke bomb that's labeled with a purple ribbon for epilepsy awareness. That would be kind of cool. Or I probably wouldn't do that on like canister shells or cakes, because those are flashing lights anyways. Smoke bombs, all the daytime stuff usually isn't really risky at all, honestly. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. So yeah, epilepsy warnings will be on my videos from now on. I do actually have some disclaimer warnings for like my experimental videos. It's the same style. It'll just be after the epilepsy warning if it's on there. Yeah, and my storm videos will also have that on there too, because there's sometimes people who don't really know what it's going to look like, and they'll accidentally give themselves a seizure if they see the lightning and whatnot. So my storm videos will have those on there as well. So yeah, that's all I had to say. So thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time in another